Hello everybody and welcome back to yet another Warptorio episode. So I've done a bit of thinking in between episodes and I want to change the research priority just a bit. So currently the research is almost stale because I'm lacking blue and military. So I'm gonna switch over to technologies that require just red and green. There is this one that's quite interesting, but I'm not gonna be queuing it up just yet. I do want to get a few other technologies though. Now I want to get this one, but this is a bit of a tricky one, because as soon as I research this, my warp platforms will actually be recalled back to base for some reason. And that means that everything that's outside of the platform, e.g. my laser turrets, will remain there and will remain unpowered. Obviously not a good thing. So I have to time this just right. I think I'll pack up the platforms on this world just a bit sooner and be able to research this, because I do need to get these researches up to be able to sustain the power consumption that we're gonna have. But in the meantime, I've queued up those two. Get better inserters, because we are loading and unloading chests quite a bit, and get level 6 and 7 for these two technologies. We still have a bit to go till 10, and that's gonna be quite useful, but the first thing that I want to do right now, the power delivery should hold for just a while now. First order of business is I want to get all the steel from there, and I want to distribute that between this and this. So with that out of the way, I'm gonna properly align this one. First of all, get those two over there, and I will, let me make sure I have enough space. So it goes like this, and then we're gonna have the boiler, that's the word I'm looking for. And this is gonna be repeated, hopefully 18, 9. I do want to queue up one more. I forgot to pick up gears. I need to refuel that, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where's my character? It's always a good sign when I lose the character. And I think I need also iron. I need 18, so 1, 2, 3, 4 minus 2. And get this belt over to over here, because fuel flows rather slow on the belt. Obviously that's not how I wanted to do it. I do need 9 of these as well. I have an extra 3 engines there for some reason. Not sure what happened. Let's let's get the burner inserters. Now, one thing I want to achieve, hopefully on this world, is getting that what do you call it? A uranium processing thingy up and running. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll have a 5-column setup over here where this is gonna be input. We're gonna have 5 chests here delivering uranium. I'll have to manually refuel these chests or resupply these chests, but that's okay. This is gonna be the output belt that's gonna run around. So it's gonna look like this. Now I obviously have to make those 2 things, and they're not cheap to make, or those 10 things actually. They're really not cheap to make. They're gonna go into a buffer here. I'll actually do it the other way around. Please filter on U-235 over on the other side. So we've done quite a few researches very quickly there. That is all the mining productivity researches queued up. I will have to move the uranium, but not in those chests, in that chest. But before I look at moving uranium, let's look at a bit at the power consumption. We can see some pretty huge power spikes there. How is steel going? That's just 200 steel. I want to increase this at least temporarily to 1000. Research is going, at least we're making progress there. How is this holding up? I will be a bit adventurous and I will swap out a few gun turrets with laser turrets. Hopefully my supply will be able to handle that. This is holding out well. This is holding out. Do I get any attacks over on this side? I probably am. I'm gonna go place a... this is the last of my... this is the last of my... Where am I? I'm over here. Copper. Hopefully that's enough. We're getting quite a few attacks here, but they're fairly small at the moment, so that's good. That's very good. Is coal backing up? Coal is slowly but surely backing up, which is not ideal. Let's see, we have a bit of steel on our hands, and that means that I can start... well, not without concrete, I can't. But I want to start building up those 10 centrifuges. I am blocked on red science, on red circuits. let's pile up some of those still. I think it will be useful to have them. So gears. I do not have enough gears, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 are down. Recipes are set. Gonna set the recipes in the ghosts, and I'll start doing around to move all the uranium. Shouldn't take too long. I do think we have quite a bit stockpiled, but yeah, it's one more round probably and we're done. I did increase my inventory space by quite a bit in the last 2 upgrades or researches that I've done. So this should be it. I can probably look at getting my armor upgraded as well, but I don't think I want to do that immediately. 10 walls are being damaged. Evolution is too high, so let me think how I want to do this. I still have a few gun turrets on my platform, which should be able to defend. And I have a couple of them over there. Car is on me. So let's jump in the car. I think that this is the fastest path to base. That was one lost biter. What's the warp time? Warp time is 2 minutes. So because our warp time is 2 minutes, I will cancel those stacks and get these 2 upgrades. Not sure I need that one just yet. It is tricky when to get those upgrades because you get them at the wrong time, you start losing pieces of your base, basically. We already see medium biters in the attacks. Oh, that was definitely not what I wanted to do. I want to get everything that's outside of the platform first. I will just potentially sacrifice some belt here, although if I move quickly enough, that's not gonna be an issue. Do still have grenades for this particular reason. Do I need to pick up anything else on the... Oh, I do need to pick up... Yes, I almost forgot about my other mining setup over here. So let's start by picking up all of these I'm gonna lose a bit of sulfuric acid here, but that's okay. How much do we have? 2 minutes. Get defenses picked up. Kick off the warp timer. It is quite annoying that that message keeps popping up, but that happens when we mine at the speed that we're mining. The warp gate is not gonna be a problem. We do have a bit of damage on our walls. Oh, I really hope I'm not gonna teleport out of the base just as the timer runs down. We lost the gate, but that's not an issue. We can stay on a mixture of gun turrets and laser turrets until we get better power production or nuclear power production. Our green science has completely dried up. And that is because we haven't been producing well, we've been consuming copper at a very we've been consuming iron at a very fast pace here. We're using both gears and steel at the same time for these very expensive centrifuges. We do have our first piece of uranium. That's all of the centrifuges done on the plus side. So let's see how this planet looks like. We will eventually get some resources in the base. I have to remember to time this well. Okay, I see coal, I see copper, which makes me a bit worried with what I don't see. There's a chance that what I don't see is stone. But there's also a huge chance that the one that's missing is actually iron. And if we're missing iron, we're out of this world very fast. Let's get laser turrets here as well. We are going to be getting attacked over on this side. So there are some gun turrets there. Let's go like this. I do see oil over there, which is a good sign. I can at least mine a bit of oil. I wanted to pick that one up and actually head over to this side. How much oil do we have? That's too little oil. So let's go and explore a bit. I'm still hopeful because I don't see any stone patches yet. Keyword unfortunately being yet. Let's see what we find here. So fortunately, or hopefully, this planet will have a lower frequency biter base than the previous one. The bases are way smaller as well. Further away bases mean that the pollution will reach them slower. They will send biters over from further away, which kind of also means slower. Quite a few cliffs, which is really annoying to navigate. I did see worlds where not just one but two resources were missing. Quite rare. I got stuck in the forest again. And it looks like we might just be in one of these worlds. I do have a few chests of iron stored in the base, but that's not gonna last for too long. Yeah, I'm gonna get locked in there. I don't want to go through those forests. Can I progress anywhere further here? This just goes back to the base. I might just take the road back to the base actually. We should be able to get some oil. Hopefully there's no forest over on this side. And I can drive through. Looks like I can drive through, which is nice. I was hoping to find at least an oil patch. A decent oil patch, not 2 wells of oil. Just go over up here. And go down this way. Fortunately, the forests are an obstacle for the biters as well. Now, one thing that I cannot afford to have is brownouts right now because we did go into the laser turret age. And that means, well, no power, no defenses. And that is just as bad as it sounds. Any outpost, the top base that's defended, it will get wiped out in mere seconds. Maybe not mere seconds at this level, but there we go. So the input oil pipe is over on this side. Might have to get that one, that nest wiped out because it's way too close. But let's look at filling up the oil pipe. power things up first. Connecting some of this is gonna be a bit of a nightmare. I'll just do manual pipes for now. I think I removed one too many of those power poles. And last slot here for now is gonna be radar. We don't have anything else there, which is good. I do have some grenades on me. Let's set up a defense outpost here. So 1, 2, let's get them like this. This will be much easier when done with robots. But unfortunately, robots are not something that we have right now. We'll have to do this the very old-fashioned way. And I might actually go and do a bit of a warm dance here. And do a bit of a worm dance over here just to get the worms out of the way. And now I can easily advance with my line of turrets. Right in the middle of these biter nests. That was quite a bit of resources consumed. Let's see, I'll do a nest of turrets over here. And that should cover the entire patch. Pick up the car and... Wait, this says it's already full? Can't be. Oh, that is not connected there. That's not connected. Let's get it like that. Everything is working. I'll get a few extra tanks in here. I have to see why literally none of my senses are working. Because there is some iron flowing. I'm missing green science packs. Why am I missing green science packs? Because I'm missing belt. Okay, so ammo magazines are gonna be backing up. I will actually make sure that it stays backed up for a while. How am I doing in terms of iron? Because it is gonna drain. Oh. Yeah, that is really underwhelming. So I think we'll have to... Well, we can stay here for a bit, although only uranium processing is gonna be happening, everything. I am gathering copper. I'm not gathering coal right now, so we're gonna run out of coal eventually. Let's see how this is. What? Why can't I go into the harvester teleporter? It's weird. What happens if I pick it up and place it back down? Here. Okay, that was extremely weird. I do have a bit of backup over here, which is really nice. So I'm just gonna wait for this to back up a bit. And yeah, pack things up over here. It doesn't look like we have any stone or iron on this planet, which is rather disappointing. I do have a few extra turrets and I want to upgrade some of the defenses. I basically want the blunt of the damage, the blunt of the fire to be driven by the laser turrets. That's why I'm upgrading the corners to begin with, because that means less iron wasted on bullets. Okay, we are getting a bit of research happening. Now that the bullets are backed up, all the iron is flowing into green tech once again. Unfortunately, there's not much iron to be spoken about. Let's manually move this over here. Bypass steel for a bit. So that just upgraded. And if I'm right, I need to pick this up before they get destroyed. I don't believe my teleporter gate got picked up. No, this is still here. This is still functioning as intended. Research. Let's get mining productivity. next one goes into blue science. I don't want to be spending those resources right now. Moving faster is always nice. And warp speed. Let's get the Warptorio specific resources in for researches in. I'm running quite low on stone there, so we might look at getting stone back on the menu. How are we doing with steel here? Now I will use steel to get a few more laser turrets. Oh, those are too many already. I'm gonna fully fill that chest back. I might have left some belts on the ground when I picked up copper, and that's perfectly fine. Let's see. Yeah, it was over here. They were hidden behind some trees. What is our consumption right now? Firearm magazines is basically down to nothing. We are consuming 350 coal per minute. And we don't have that much coal. I will want to get these two researches as well. Not that I'm gonna go into modules, but I do want to get the green wires to be able to get some signals on the power poles. Have an understanding of what resources I have available in the buffer chests. Iron is dry. That gun turret, I'm gonna totally forget about it if I don't refill it up with bullets now. And that one. So let's warp out of this planet, I think. Now this is still holding up quite well. I do have this buffer here. Power production is not huge, but not negligible either. Oil tanks are quite full, so that's very good. Let's warp out. I think I still have plenty of time to pick this up. As usual, defenses are gonna be last, which means power poles are gonna be last to go. So mining productivity actually impacts the pump jacks as well, which is huge. Back these ones up, and I think that we're at the point where we can pick up the laser turrets and just sneakily head back into our base. So this has been a pretty quiet planet, but at the same time no iron. That's a huge problem. The base cannot go without iron. We still have damn it. Oh, yeah, that one, that's okay. We still have quite a bit of plastic stockpiled in here. There's still plastic in one of these chests. We are out of coal for grenades. So I might actually, before the timer runs out, go grab some coal. Not that much coal left. But we need to restock this. We need iron to restock the engines. Or steel to restock the engines, but so annoying that I get locked in those pipes. This world looks deserted and we appear to be safe. That's not what I wanted to hear. So 2 worlds in a row without iron. I might just... I will spend a bit of time here to rethink the mining platforms. But other than that, I think this is a good time to put a stop in this episode. In the next episode, might do a bit of base maintenance, reorganize a few things while we have a very quiet world on our hands and we're not consuming resources pointlessly. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Thank you very much for watching and I'll see you here next time.